What's up, YouTube? So, Pistons lose 95-109 to the Memphis Grizzlies. Honestly, this is going to be a grind, guys. This is going to be a full season. Um, there's not much you can say tonight about the rotations, and I'll leave Casey out of it tonight because I don't think necessarily he's accountable for much tonight. It was more of a personnel problem tonight, I would say, with players just missing shots and not playing as well as we should in the first quarter. And you guys can see, the real problems with Jeremy Grant and really why he's a fringe all-star, why he really is not really making a really good case right now because he's really looking one-dimensional now. He was 5 for 20 tonight, so he missed 15 shots, but he did try to pass the ball a little bit more. He did get 3 assists. But he was just a little sloppy, a little bit out of control, a little bit indecisive. Like he didn't know what he wanted to do with the ball. Like he was going to the lane and he's just swinging it around. He's throwing it here, he's throwing it there. But he's like trying to be a playmaker. Again, he's like trying to force the issue, but it's not there. So I think now we're at a point where we can say, okay, Jeremy Grant, you've maxed out. You've topped out. That's it, okay? That 43-point game, that's the best you can do. That's the best it'll ever get, okay? It doesn't get no better than that as far as playmaking and as far as winning games, okay? He is not that type of player. He is a good role player on a good championship team. Trade him today, man. Trade him, trade DeLon, trade Wayne, trade all these guys so that they can go to championship teams. I'm not saying that they're necessarily bad players. They're good players. They're great players at what they do. You know what I'm saying? They're role players, but it's just on this team, they're not necessarily stars, that we need, and they don't have the potential that we need. They're role players, you know what I mean? They're good role players. They're very good role players, man. So I think DeLon Wright had a good game, but I'm not gonna say much about him because I don't care. I don't care whether he has a good game. I don't care whether he has a bad game. I don't care. I hope he's okay. I hope he doesn't get hurt. I hope nobody gets hurt. But I don't care necessarily if he's out of the lineup, if he's in the lineup. It doesn't matter to me. It's inconsequential. It has no effect on our future, on the Pistons' future. Literally, it has none. DeLon Wright is a draft pick of Dwayne Casey. It's really probably the only reason why he's really here. It's because he's a draft pick of Dwayne Casey, and Dwayne Casey, that's his guy. I understand. He played well tonight. He made some shots. He made some good shots, man. But again, it's gonna be a grind all season. We don't have Killian Hayes. We don't have Saban Lee. We don't have really anybody but DeLon Wright and Dennis Smith, who didn't really play much of any offense tonight. So I thought he played good on defense, for a little while, and he did well in the first half on defense. But with Dennis Smith, maybe he does need to go to the G League. I thought about that. Maybe the G League is the answer for him because maybe he's not necessarily getting the spots he needs or something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what his problem is, but he's not doing what he needs to do, and it's not looking good, guys. It's really not. He's looking like he needs, a change of mindset and a change of game plan within his own game on what he wants to do, how he wants to attack the other team. So with Dennis Smith, man, he's really got to come back on the offensive end because airborne threes, going up, for layups or passes, I don't know what he's doing, and just throwing the ball in the air and turning it over, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. So we saw a full game of that from him, and I looked at the box score, and Plumlee had a lot of rebounds. He had like 15 or 16 rebounds tonight. And, he kind of did fill up the box score. But at the same time, if you watch this game tonight, it was like watching somebody just get, I hate to use the words, but, I'm not even going to say it, just get completely throttled. Because every single play, Ja Morant, whoever was taking it, DeAndre Melton and Valanciunas, all these guys, man, just getting to the lane with no problem, no effort needed. So I don't really have much more to say, about anybody else besides really Siddiq. I think he played okay. I think he played, better than he did last game. I was really happy to see those shots start to fall. When he starts to get those shots in motion, guys, it's like it swings the whole game from one side to the other, from us losing to literally immediately we're back in the game. And of course, as fast as that starts, it stops. And usually it's for the main reason, which is, the head coach. But I don't want to talk about him anymore. So, because he's going to give us what he gives us and we can't do anything about it. So he's going to give us this and we got to accept it. So, but at the same time, it's like there's no real role for him on this team. And once again, the shots that he is making are just, they're within the offense. He's getting catch and shoot shots that are, spacing and things like that are off of other people's drives. And so he's not necessarily getting opportunities that are like forced. And so I want him to start strong arming the ball just like Josh Jackson does, man. And I think that will enhance his effect on the offense, and he needs to start doing it. When he's in the post, that's the time to score now. When you got your back to the basket, Siddiq, that's the time to score, nothing else. That's first. It's score first and then look around if the score is not there. But the score is there. So if the basket is there, which it is, you gotta throw it up. You gotta throw it up. Only if you're getting double teamed do you pass it out. That's what time it is now with Blake Griffin gone, with Derrick Rose gone. I thought about that today too, is that with those guys gone, our team is we are these guys. These are our guys. And so somebody's got to step up. That's not Jeremy Grant. He's not the guy that's gonna affect any wins or affect us winning in any way or really getting better or developing. He really needs to be traded. And I don't have any will towards Jeremy Grant. I'm sure he's gonna come back next game and play well. He's coming off a 43-point game. Like I said, he's been playing well all season. He might even make the All-Star game. But for this team, guys, he's one-dimensional. Okay, on the New York Knicks, on a Miami Heat team, he's probably a really, really good player. He may not necessarily make the All-Star team because he wouldn't get the minutes and the shots, but he would be a great, really good third option on a team like that. Unfortunately, on this team, we got to see him as our first option, and we got to see guys like, Mahailu, and we got to see guys like Ellington and stuff like that. And they've been okay, but for the most part, those guys are just not going to give it to you. That's the personnel I'm talking about. So the last thing I wanted to say is, like I said, there's not much you can do. It's a whole grind. But I just wanted to say, guys, Josh Jackson has really, it's a good and a bad, always to him. I guess that's the only way I can say it, man. It's a good and the bad. Sometimes I'm watching and I'm literally like, I was literally thinking, okay, I'm thinking he was literally on the G League team last season, and he's playing with us now. And I was watching him play, and I'm thinking to him, like, man, is he doing okay? Does he need a stint? A quick reprieve in the G League? And then other times you're like, hold on, is he a burgeoning all-star? Is he about to take over? Is he really dominating? So it's really weird with Josh Jackson because he honestly does give you both of both worlds in two of both worlds in one game with his scoring, and usually he's playing good defense, man. He's playing good defense. So he's usually doing some things what I like, but honestly, I said it earlier in the season, when he scores, whatever he scores tonight, 13, 14, that's an ugly 14 points to score, Josh Jackson. That's a really ugly 14, and a lot of the points did have a good effect on our comeback and on our team and on the win, and I will give you credit for that. But you really got to find out, man. You really got to start figuring out how to be good on a consistent basis every night to where you're not so bad, to where you're not just turning over the ball. Okay, guys, he was turning over the ball tonight. Just turning it over, throwing it away. Not being responsible with the ball. We already have a Jeremy Grant who's doing that. We already have, Speed Mahailu who's doing that, who's a turnover walking. We don't need another guy like that. And I like Josh Jackson's aggressiveness. Again, I hope Siddiq can copy it. But he's really got to come back and do that. So I don't have much to say about this team. Again, loss is not necessarily that bad. We're going to get a good draft pick at the end of the day. You guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll be back here for every game, man. Have a blessed day, guys.